Well, the first one I want to talk about is I know there's a lot of like kind of back and forth about how, Android does not have a lot of games and they're kind of blown in terms of bringing on stuff that's interesting and, really fun and easy to play. And so my app this week is called Galcon, and this is what the launch screen looks like there. It's very
Ooh.
nice. And it's $2.99 in the app market, and which isn't bad. I think that, I mean, all things considered, it's pretty good. It's basically a fast-paced sort of risk style game in space. And so there's single player, and then there's multiplayer where you can play against other people who have Galcon installed. You have to register with their website, but it's actually really fun to play multiplayer. Then again, I mean, you have to like train. It's sort of like chess in that if you play against like the hardest level on the computer, it's still not going to be as crazy as playing against an actual person sometimes. So you have so many hours of playtime. It's great. There's 5 modes of play. In single player, there's classic, which you have to take over all your enemies' planets. And so I'll show you a little bit of classic. I will not play on Grand Admiral. That's like the highest level you can play at. I'm at like level 3. So that's like I am a lieutenant. So I will show you this real quick. So you have the app there and you can pick whichever mode you want. So I'll go ahead and pick classic, and it'll say get ready. And that's your planet right there. And you've got 100 dudes, and then this guy's got 65. And then when you start, you basically choose your planet there. I'm going to try to do this backwards. And then you can pick other planets, and it'll send half
Oh.
your ships there. And you can see that they'll come out and they'll start taking over other planets too. And so the goal is all of these have numbers on them, and you will continue to sort of take over planets as you go. And if you can take over all of the enemy's planets, then you win that level. So that's classic mode, and then there's beast mode, which you take over all of your enemy's planets, but the enemy starts with like 10 times the amount of planets you have. So, but with less ships per planet. And then vacuum is a beat the clock version of it with no enemies, but just 2 minutes, like 3 minutes, depending on what the map looks like. And then there's stealth mode, which is the same as classic, only you can't see where the enemy ships are going, so you kind of have to guess, and a little bit more reaction involved. And then there's a 3-way mode, which is ridiculous and chaotic, and it's 2 enemies versus you, and so it just gets completely out of hand, and it's complete chaos at higher levels. But speaking of levels, there's 10 different levels of difficulty, and there's a whole bunch of maps within them, so it's a lot of playtime. And it's really fun, and it's the best thing that I like about it is you can just pick it up and play it for a few minutes, and so it's very sort of conducive to that mobile lifestyle. It's not something you have to sit down and like really play with for a while to get stuff out of. You can play a quick map in a couple minutes. So I really like it, and you can, it's in the app market, and I am hoping, obviously they expand on it, but it's really fun. And if you like any kind of strategy or risk, things like that, it's sort of a quick, like fast version of that. And there's some good techno music too on it.
Sweet.
It's fun. I really like it. I think it's great. It's simple, but it's just so it's very addicting. So who says that Android doesn't have some good games out there? I think not.